Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So we are currently half an hour away from Double Experience Weekend here, and I just wanted to cancel out any of my buy offers just in case if something goes crazy during Double Experience Weekend. So I have 28 million worth of Silverhawk feathers, 12 million worth of steel plate bodies. These fire orbs did end up buying in the end, so that's 43 mil worth of fire orbs. Palm tree seeds, they've been 19.9 million for a while, 10.65 million on the magic seeds. Both of these seem to have been going up the whole entire time, so hopefully you can get, or I can get some pretty serious gains from these ones. I'm assuming that they went up a little bit early just because everybody's trying to plant their seeds to have them ready during Double Experience Weekend. Uncut dragon stones, they've actually gone down, so I'm hoping that as soon as Double Experience Weekend hits and they start going up when people start selling off their cut dragon stones and start rebuying the uncut dragon stones again, I would assume that they're going to go up. And Ascension shards did go up the last day or so, so I'm assuming that these 100,000 Ascension shards are going to be pretty good profit. I got 23 million there. I did forget to mention how much I invested into the Dragonstones. 63 million to the Dragonstones, so that's the biggest chunk of my investment, and then the Fire Orbs are the other chunk. If you add it all up, it's about 200 million, just a hair over, like 200 million, 400,000 or something like that. So we will see how much money I actually make. This was a 3-day investment, and I would like to see just how much money I can actually make from just small investment during Double Experience Weekend. So a message just popped up. Double Experience Weekend is now active. I can turn on the 2 times XP, turn it off, whatever I want to do. But first thing I'm going to be doing during Double Experience Weekend is going to be mechanized Chinchompas as well as the equipment siphons. Now I have enough components for 1,000 equipment siphons already ready to go, and mechanized Chinchompas I think I have 17,000 or so. I'll let you know as soon as I finish those up, and I should be making some insane gains. Yeah, I'll probably wait a little bit before selling these. I'll try to sell these at the same time that I'm going to be selling my mechanized Chinchompas as well as the equipment siphons. I almost forgot to mention why I'm doing mechanized Chinchompas during Double Experience Weekend. If you are not seeing the amount of experience that I'm getting from these mechanized Chinchompas, this is why. I've spent probably about the last 5 months collecting these, all the components for it, or probably about 3 months since the last Double Experience Weekend, because I made as many of these as I could last week, Double Experience Weekend, and I'm getting 35,000 times 5 every 30 seconds. So I'm getting 70,000 invention experience per minute, or if you multiply that out, it's like 3 point something mil invention XP per hour. So definitely worth doing during Double Experience Weekend, assuming that you're trying to make a little bit of money and you don't mind waiting till Double Experience Weekend to actually get it. And this is why we are doing mechanized Chinchompas. I have 3.6 million invention experience in 20 minutes. So yeah, that's a little bit overpowered. I did run out of, oops, I don't know why I was making the gemstone. I want equipment siphons. There we go. I did make about 16,300, and if we check the, actually let's go ahead and price check that really quick. It's going to be 117 million GP. So I'm going to be making some decent money during Double Experience Weekend. It's not going to be bad at all. So we are an hour into Double Experience Weekend. I have 4 million invention experience. Didn't have anything to start out with. That was just from making the equipment siphons and the mechanized Chinchompas. Price check them up real quick. Looks like I'm up to 370 mil. Yeah, this is what I've been putting the last 3 months of effort worth of 3 months worth of effort into, though. So yeah, that's insane. I used advanced pulse core for a couple seconds, but then somebody else came with a pulse core, so I stopped using that. I'll have some extra red Chinchompas, but I do have a couple other things that I want to do real quick before leaving the Invention Guild for the rest of the weekend. Okay, so this is the last thing we're going to be doing in the Invention Guild here. We are going to be getting the drain rate reduction number 9. I don't care about the junk chance reduction at all. All of these will still be 1.5 times experience after double experience weekend, so we don't care at all about that. Just get a little bit of extra invention experience from the charge drain rate, because I'm going to be training up invention for the rest of the weekend. But what I'm going to do right now is check the price checker. I have 600 mil in my pocket right now. Oh, I never thought I was going to have this much money. I did have, I made some divine charges while I was here, just out of whatever leftover energies I had. I'm expecting the divine charges to go down once they actually release the Invention Batch 2, because there's a better way of getting divine charges after that, or I'm expecting it to be a better way. It does require 110 invention, I believe, if I recall. So it's a high invention requirement, but it's a faster way of getting divine charges. So I'm gonna have to look into that, see if it's actually good money or not. If it is, divine charges are gonna crash. The rest of these are all investments. I'm expecting these to go over the price that they actually sold for. Mechanized Champas and the equipment siphons I made this weekend, though. So let's go ahead, get to the GE, start selling off basically everything we have. So I may have made an error with my investments. The Ascension shards went up quite a bit, so I'm probably going to be making like 5 million from those. But everything else hasn't seemed to move around that much. I went ahead and put everything into the GE. I'm hoping that when people start getting home and start training, everything's going to start going up. But I'm going to start training up the augmented equipment. I'm going to be doing the, what the heck are they called? Muspas. So I guess I just got to wait and see when everything sells. The equipment siphons and the mechanized champas are slowly selling, as well as the magic and palm trees. But the steel plate bodies, fire orbs, as well as the uncut dragon stones, and what else do I have? The silverhawk feathers. I have no idea what the price of silverhawk feathers are. I couldn't buy one to check it. But the uncut dragon stones are actually lower than they used to be. So I may have made a grave error with those. And that's where the majority of my money was going into. So, I don't know. I'll figure out how much I actually made or lost during this. Let's just throw the Silverhawk feathers in for a decent price. I think I bought them for $23.5, so let's go for $2,500. That seems like it would be a decent price to be buying them at during double experience weekend. So throw them in for that, see what if they sell ever. Hopefully they do, and hopefully I don't lose all my money from this. So just coming in after my first hour of Moospas. I'm going to be there for quite a few hours this weekend, probably like 15 to 20, trying to get all these as high as possible and trying to get my invention level as high as possible. And I do get 107 invention, so basically that means pre-invention batch 2, I have everything unlocked, I believe. The only thing I don't have unlocked is the true skill mastery, so Invention batch 2 or Invention batch 1 finished. I obviously do start to get a lot of the blueprints done, but I'll do that as soon as Invention batch 2 comes out and there's no longer inspiration. But basically we are just going to be doing this the entire weekend. The investments seem to be going better than I was expecting them to, I guess. There's a couple things I'm still a little bit hesitant about, but the Silverhawk feathers sold for 25,000 pretty quickly, so that's going to be a decent increase in profit. The magic seeds and palm tree seeds are going to be slowly selling. Equipment siphons are almost done selling for 260, and mechanized champas are very slowly going along. I'm not sure what's going on with these ascension shards. I may have to buy another one to see what the prices of them are now. They may have gone down a little bit because I sold 10,000 of them pretty quickly, and then they just kind of sat there for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and mess around with the prices a little bit every single hour when I come back to bank. Okay, so I'm back after a couple hours of training at the Moospas, and honestly I needed a little bit of break. My accuracy aura was on cooldown, So I started doing up a little bit of the protein cogs that I had sitting in my bank. I had like 2,500 of them. I've done about 1,000 so far, but I figured that my GE offers are all finished up now. So figured I'd show you guys all those. Got 111.5 million from Mechanized Champas. Did lose money on the fire orbs. Made some money on the magic seeds, but I have overall everything that I have bought and sold so far. I'll throw those up on the screen really quick. And I do have a little bit of a cheat sheet for myself here. Basically, what I've done is I've split it up into 2 different groups. I lost money on 3 of the items and gained massive amounts of money on the other 4 items. So over the course of those 4 items that I made money on, I made 10.5 million GP. Absolutely insane profit. Unfortunately, I did lose money on 3 of the items that I decided to invest in. That's just part of investing. Sometimes you're going to lose money. And I lost just over 3 million. Still 7.5 million profit, though, so not bad at all. The items that I actually gained and lost money are going to be as follows. The Ascension Shards, I made a really good profit on it. I probably should have invested more in them, but I could only buy about 10,000 every 4 hours. You could only buy 10,000. The Magic and the Palm Seeds both made me a decent amount of money, and Silverhawk Feathers again made me very good money. So those 4 items definitely made me a decent amount of money. And unfortunately, I did overbuy on the uncut Dragonstones, Fire Orbs, and Steel Plate Bodies. I should have invested my money into something else. I was just taking random guesses on what would be making money and losing money, and ended up making close to 8 million, so not bad at all. For my first attempt at investing, I cannot complain. I think I am gonna leave the progress of Double Experience on this note. I'm gonna be doing some protein cogs here, so I'm gonna have a little bit of time to edit a video, so I'll go ahead and get this uploaded for you guys as soon as possible. I do plan on finishing up the Moose Puzz, trying to get as many of those done as I can during Double Experience weekend, but we'll see exactly how much I get done. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, leave a like and a comment. As always, have a good one and enjoy Double Experience weekend.